start recording. So we'll be doing translation exercises, and inshallah I'll be doing it with you, okay? So you won't be doing it alone. And I have a few questions prepared, so we'll go through it. And inshallah we'll see how to go about translation, and we'll see who's getting the answer right, inshallah. So it'll be an interactive discussion where we're going to translate few sentences. Now, one question, how many of you have used Google Translate, and how many of you have a keyboard like this, in that you can type ana and you can type nahnu?
But in our Google Translate, there's no like this, the keyboard.
This is in the laptop. In the laptop you'll see this, but in the phone you can download an Arabic keyboard. Have you been able to get this, Adnan Sadia? Adnan Sadia, do you have any Arabic keyboard? So not like this, but a different one. It will be a different one in case you're using it on your phone.
No, we haven't downloaded the keyboard yet, sir.
Okay. So one follow-up to everyone. What I recommend you do is download an Arabic keyboard on the phone. Like how, in case you go English, you'll have a keyboard which looks like this. Okay. Same way with Arabic, you need to have a keyboard on your laptop or on your phone. In the laptop, it's straightforward because you go Google Translate, it will give you a keyboard. On the phone, you need to download. And what I suggest is, you have Gboard, which mostly you will use on your phone. So go to Gboard. These are instructions. So download the Arabic language. Okay, I'll send you this link where either you or give it to someone who is good with phones, who is good with settings, etc., so that they download an Arabic keyboard for you. What it will help you do is that will help you type something in Arabic and get it translated to English. Okay, that is what the Arabic keyboard is going to help you to do. Now, coming to the class, there are going to be three key resources which we will use. One is Google Translate itself, which works in most cases. Okay, I can type any sentence. I can type Ana Muslimun, and I don't even need to enter Fatha, Dhamma, Kasra. Okay, so I can just type the letters. I can just type Mim, Sin, Muslimun. Okay, and it will tell you I am Muslim. Okay, so it's pretty easy, it's pretty straightforward. So this is what it's going to help you to do. This is one tool, Google Translate, it works in most cases. Now, if you want to see where this is used in the Quran, you'd go to corpus.quran.com. And this is the link I shared with you earlier. I will share with you again, inshallah. What you can do here is you can go either ayah by ayah. So you can choose an ayah. Okay, so let's do Surah Al-Baqarah. Let's go starting. So it's going to tell you word by word what is the translation. So it tells you Alif, Lam, Mim. So it tells you these are Quranic initials. It tells you Dhalika. Dhalika means that. Okay, this is something that any translate will give you. But it gives you even what type of word Dhalika is. So it tells you this is masculine. We know Dhalika is masculine. What is feminine of Dhalika? Tilka. Tilka is feminine. Okay. So it's singular demonstrative pronoun. So hada, hadihi, dhalika, tilka are all demonstrative pronouns. And it's going to tell you what dhalika is. Al-kitabu. So it tells is the book. And this is nominative masculine noun. Nominative means with dhamma. Okay. It ends with pesh or it ends with u. La is a negative particle. So la, we all know it's no. It's called a negative particle. So it's going to tell you everything word by word. And one thing you can also do is you can type Muslim. Okay. Now it doesn't recognize Muslim. Okay. It tells that look, Muslim is a very complex word. You need to find out the root word. The root word is mostly 3 letters. How do you do that? You go to this website called Aratools. So this is the third website. So we use Google Translate. We use Corpus, which is Quran translation and word by word and type of word by type of word meaning. Third is Aratools. Aratools is just going to tell you what type of word it is and what is the Zabar Zair Pesh. So you find a word, you don't know what Zabar Zair Pesh, you use Aratools. So I type Muslim, Meme, Sin, Lam, Meme. What it tells is, look, there's a word you can make with this called Muslim. Okay. You can say Muslim and you can also say Muslim. Okay. So Muslim means Muslim. Root word is Sin, Lam, Meme. Salima is the root word. So now I go here. Okay. Corpus works by root word. So if it's too fast, it's okay. You can stop me anytime or try this after the class. It's pretty straightforward. So what you do is you type meme mu sin lam, okay, and you type go. I'm getting something wrong. Sin lam meme, sorry. So sin lam meme, I type go. I get a lot of examples of Muslim. Okay, so I have. So this is Surah Al-Baqarah, second chapter, verse number 208, word number 6. So it tells Islam. Islam is also derived from Salima, from the same word. Okay, I have different words where Muslim is used. So this is used where you want to learn vocabulary, you want to see different places where it's used. You use this. So we have Google Translate used for almost everything. Arab tools will just tell you what's the root word and what pesh, dhamma, fatha, kasra you can use with the same letters. And this is for understanding the Quran. Very useful resources, guys. And we'll use this as we go through the class today, inshallah. Okay, I'll send you these links and also link to download Gboard Arabic on your phone. Any questions on this so far?
No software.
Nice. Now, coming to, let's see quickly, very quickly, guys, without taking too much time. Let's see who all we have with us today. We have a smaller class because few people have other commitments. So let's see who all we have with us today. We have Sadia, Rahmat, Anila Auntie, Adnan. We have Zahan, Nahid Auntie. I know Mama's also with us. Do we have Sidra and Nimra in the call? We have Sidra and Nimra as well. And Fuzail Afifa, आप टिक कर पा रहे हो?
Yes.
Okay, आप लोग भी हो क्लास में. Very nice. Let's continue now. Let me clean up the annotation. So welcome everyone again to the class. Now, inshallah, I'll open the sentences we have with us today, and these are all grammar lessons which we have already learned. Okay, they might have few new words which I'll take you through, and we are going to try to translate, inshallah. So these are questions. I have with us 15 questions. We won't do all of them, but we'll try to do how much ever we can till 1:30, inshallah. We have seen jar majroor. Okay, so jar is nothing but the kasra form. These words we have seen ala, on, we have seen min, from, we have seen ila, we have seen fi, we have seen li. Okay, these are words we have seen. What they do is the word after it, they turn it into a kasra form. Okay, so this word, these words are called jar. The words after this is called majroor. They will come with a kasra. Now, two more words that we will use. Un means away from or about. Okay, that's what un means. I'll tell you where un is used. If I have, how would I say? Now let's see, you guys translate. The masjid is near from my house. How do we say this sentence? Near is qaribun. Okay, qaribun means near. Qaribun is also a word like these. Okay, it's also a word like an, min, ila, fi, etc. No, it's sorry. Qaribun is an adjective. Okay, so this is a noun or an adjective. This is in fact an adverb. Okay, qaribun. Use qaribun like talibun, like any other word. How would you say the masjid is near from my house? Sadia.
Al masjidi qaribun min baiti.
Al masjidi Al masjidi.
Qaribun min baiti.
Qaribun min baiti. They are making one mistake, Sadia. And if you don't catch the mistake, you're going to write the correction 100 times. What's the mistake here? Same mistake which Zahan made yesterday, or which he supposedly made and corrected. It's a very basic mistake. So if you don't find it, you're going to
Al
write
masjidu.
Al Masjidu. Very good. There's no reason for it to be Al Masjidi, guys. So it either has to be Masjidun or Al Masjidu. Okay. So never put a kasra unless it is needed. For example, when by T there's a ya, so it will be kasra. But otherwise, never put a kasra or a fatha unless it is required. Okay. Very good, Sadia. So you don't have to write it 100 times. Al Masjidu Qaribun min baiti. Okay. Now, how would I say the masjid is far from my house? Now, this will be Rahmat. And is Baidun. Quickly, Rahmat. We need to go to the questions.
Al masjidu.
You need to speak up, Rahmat. Your voice is very low.
Al masjidu.
Yes, Al Masjidu.
Baidun.
Al Masjidu Baidun. Then, what comes next?
Min bait.
Okay, acting different. So I have Al Masjidu Baidun.
Baidun min
Baidun. Now, for something which is far, we will not use min, we will use an. Okay, that's where we use an. Al Masjidu Baidun Ani Baiti.
an
An Baiti. Okay. Al Masjidu Baidun and Baiti would be the masjid is far away from my home, and that is where we use an. Okay. I don't think we have an in the questions below, but anyway, I'm letting you know where we use an. Now, B means by, at, in, or also with. Who can give me an example with B? It's an example we have seen. It's a very popular example. We use it all the time. Give me an example with B. Let's do Fuzail Afifa. B के साथ एक एग्जाम्पल मुझे दो जिसमें B आता है. B और B के साथ कुछ और. Zahan, give me example with B. Zahan, Fuzail, Afifa. B के साथ example. You guys are all on mute. You need to unmute and speak. Yes, Fuzail, Afifa. B के साथ example. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Okay, so it is B. Is me Allahi. Okay, so B ismi Allahi, that is because of B. So the B makes the ismun into ismi and Allahi. Okay, so these are words we have seen most of them. इनमें से बहुत सारे words हमने देख लिया. B है बिस्मिल्लाहिर रहमानिर रहीम. An है अल मस्जिदु बाइदुन अन बैति. Next, अभी first question. वो मिनन नासी Man yaqulu amanna billahi wa bil yawmil akhiri. That's the first sentence. Sadia, wa is and. Okay. Minan nasi. Nas is people. What does minan nasi mean? Sadia, you need to be quick, guys. If you are not quick, we'll do.
Nas,
Yes.
people.
Yes. What is minan nasi? What does it mean? Quick, Sadia, quick.
Quick. Quick.
Minan nasi. What does it mean?
To the people.
What does min mean? What's min? Yes. So what is minan nasi?
From the people.
From the people. Very good. And go on. Continue. Man yaqulu. What does it mean?
Ma yaqulu.
What is man?
Yaqulu.
Man yaqulu. What is man? Man huwa alad dukkani. Man fil baiti.
One is
Yes. What is man?
Man is who?
Who? Sadia, you have not revised your previous vocabulary. And from the people, who
he says.
he says. So what does this become? He says he is very generic, okay? So he can be substituted with anything else. So what will he be substituted by here? And from the
Says.
people who he says will not make sense. So what will I say?
Who says?
Who say
We
How much-
believe.
we believe billahi. What is the meaning of B? Bismillah.
Allah.
What is Bismillahi? What is Bismillahi, Sadia?
By
In Allah.
In Allah. Sadia is not in form today. Sadia is in form only in Bangalore. Wabil yawmil akhiri. Yawm is day. Akhir is last.
in the day.
Wa is and. Wabil yawmil akhiri.
And in the day.
And in the what day?
Last day.
And in the last day. Very good. Now, important here. Waminan nasi. Why has nasun become un-nasi, Sadia?
Because there's a min.
Because we have min. So from though people would be un-nasu, but because we have min, the un-nasu will become un-nasi.
Nasi.
Okay. B will make the Allahu into Allahi. So billahi. Now tell me what is happening to bil yawmil akhiri. What's happening here? There are two things happening from what we have learned. Wabi al yawmi. So B makes al yawmu into al yawmi. Bil yawmi. What? Why is akhir is why is
Because
it
it's an
become al akhiri?
adjective. It's an adjective.
Yes, correct. So bil yawmil akhiri, it is last day. So last and day have to be of the same form. So this has al, this also has al, this has kasra, this also has kasra. Yawm is masculine, akhir is also masculine. Singular, singular, okay? So that's why we have al yawmil akhiri. This is an adjective. Very nice. Good, Sadia. And this sentence means, and from the people, okay, are ones who say or are those who say, okay, so this is understood. So from the people are those who say, we believe in Allah and in the last day. Okay, and this is the 8th ayah of Surah Al-Baqarah. So this is the starting. And this ayah continues. Okay, so it says more about these people, but this is the starting where we see min, we see be, and we also see adjective in this sentence. Nice. Now, next question, Zahan. Can you hear me now, Zahan?
Yes, Sahib Chacha.
Okay, only when you have a question you don't know, you stop hearing me. Nice, let's continue. Minal Masjidil Harami ilal Masjidil Aqsa. Minal Masjidil Harami ilal Masjidil Aqsa. What does this mean? What's min? What's the meaning of min, Zahan? What's min? What's min,
From
Zahan? Yes, from.
from the mosque
Yes, from the masjid or from the mosque.
to the
Harami.
to the mosque of Harami, to the mosque Harami,
To the Haram Masjid.
to the Harami mosque, okay,
Okay.
to the
Very good. To the
Aqsa mosque
Aqsa Mosque. Very
or
good.
Aqsa mosque.
Very good, Zahan. Okay. Al Masjidi Al Harami. So this is Al Masjidul Haram. This is the masjid in Makkah. And this is where we have the Kaaba, and the Kaaba made by Ibrahim alayhi salam. Okay, that's Al Masjidul Haram. And where's Al Masjidul Aqsa?
Jerusalem.
In Jerusalem. Okay, so this is speaking about Isra and Miraj. So that's the ayah. So it says from Masjidul Haram to Masjidul Aqsa. Okay, so we see ila followed by e, and we also see adjective. So this is the Haram Masjid and this is the Aqsa Masjid. Nice. Next one also use a hand because you're pretty quick with the old one. So I'll give you one more example to do with this. Min.
Sahib,
Yes, Naitati.
both Al-Haram and Al-Masjid, boy, Al comes, Sahib. It's not an adjective also, no? Why Al comes?
Adjective, Naitati.
Adjective, huh?
Yes.
I thought it's the name. Aqsa is the name, I thought. Haram is a name, no?
Yes, so I've seen Masjidul Harami, but here it's used as an adjective. Let's see with corpus. Let's see 17:1. So where in doubt, you go and you check if what you believe is correct. So this is 17:1. Min Al Masjidi Al Harami. So both are blue. Both are genitive masculine noun. So this tells you that look, both are adjectives in most cases.
Okay, sir.
See, this one clearly tells you it's an adjective. There's a nominative, masculine, singular, adjective. So it mostly confirms the hypothesis that look, this is what it should be. In fact, there's one more nice tool. Let me see if I can go to that. Let me go to
No
time. Okay, it does not have 17, but what this does is, this is beautiful. Okay, so if I go to, let's go to Surah Al-Baqarah. 2:8 is what we saw. If I go 2:8, it doesn't have 17 yet. Okay, so it tells you which is linked with what, and this is very nice. So it tells you, look, wo minan nasi. So min is causing the nasi to be kasra. Man yaqulu. So it tells man is also linked. It tells you what is linked where. So billahi, you'll see that it's linked. You'll see amanna is linked here. So it tells you all of the linkages, but it doesn't have 17 yet. It has all of these other surahs. Okay, that would help us confirm if that is adjective or not. But for now, it looks like it's an adjective.
Okay, Sahib. Jazakallah khair. Right. Okay.
Also seen Masjidu al-Harami. So Masjid of Haram, but here it's used as an adjective because maybe it's like conveying a deeper meaning when it's used as an adjective.
Okay.
Yep. And this is a nice place. So again, you go here and you check your understanding where you are in doubt. So if there's an of,
Okay, Sahib.
you would find it here, but here both seem to be say same genitive masculine noun, genitive masculine noun. In most cases, it looks like it has a link here. Let's see Masjid al-Haram. Masjid al-Haram. So it says Masjid al-Haram is al-Masjid al-Haram. Okay, so it's adjective.
Okay.
Okay, so it has more detail which you can see here, but it looks like an adjective for now from everything that we can see quickly.
Okay, Sahib.
Nice.
Jazakallah khair.
Wayakum. Coming to third question, again you Zahan. When qabli salat al-fajri, qabla means before.
Ajib Chacha, can you please repeat it?
Min qabli salat al-fajri. Qabla means before. So min qabli salat al-fajr. Go word by word. What is min? Zahan.
Before.
What is min?
Before.
No. Min. You just saw min. What is min, Zahan? You just did min here. What's min?
From.
What's min, Zahan?
From.
Yes, min is what you just did, Zahan. You cannot forget min. See, you did a min just in the previous sentence. From qabli. So min is causing the qabla to become qabli. What is qabli?
Min.
What's qabli, Zahan?
Before.
Before, very good. From before, Salat al-Fajri.
Fajri means prayers or the Fajr ki namaz.
Yes, and what form is it in?
Fajr
It's
is
causing
usually
Salat to
dawn.
be. Okay, so Salah,
From before the dawn prayers or from
We-
before the morning prayers.
Fajr prayers, very good. Salah of Fajr. Why Salah of Fajr? Because this is in the Mudaf ilayhi form.
Mudaf.
We have Salati, no al, no tanween. Okay, so it's Salati, and we have al Fajri. Okay, so there's an off here. So before the Salah of Fajr, that's what it means. Okay, now let's give an easy question to Adnan. Okay, so Adnan is the smallest boy in the class today. So Adnan, min qabli salat al-fajri, this is from before the salah of fajr. Okay, now you have very similar sentence. Okay, woman badi is like baad mein in Urdu. Okay, so badi means after. So what will this sentence mean, Adnan? Woman badi salat al-isha'i.
From
Very good. From
after
very good.
Salatil Isha. Isha is namaz.
Yes, salat til isha'i. What does this mean?
Salah is namaz.
Mm-hmm. What is salat al isha'i? No,
Salat
you're missing one word. What's the word you're missing?
Off.
Yes, why
Prayer
off?
of Isha.
Why off?
Because it's Till Isha.
No. Why is it off?
Woman Bali. Salatul Isha. Salatul Isha. Till. La. La.
No.
Wow. The starting.
Salati al-Isha'i. What pattern is this in Adnan?
The Al-Isha'i. Al-Isha'i.
Hmm.
That is why it's off.
Because Salati al-Isha'i,
Yes.
if I have Kitabu Muhammadin,
Kitab Muhammad. Yes. Kitab of Muhammad.
what does this mean, Adnan? Kitabu
Book
Muhammad.
of Muhammad.
Okay.
Of
Now, min. What's min, Adnan?
Min is from.
Very good. Min ghur. What is ghurfa, Adnan?
Ghurfa is
Room.
Ruma.
What is min ghurfati, Adnani?
Min ghurfati from Adnan's room.
Very good. From Adnan's room or from room of Adnan or from the room of Adnan. Now, Adnani has a kasra. Okay, it's in the same format.
Nani, yes.
And ghurfa is kasra because of min, but it doesn't have al. It is not ghurfatin also. Okay, min ghurfatin would be from a room, but it is min ghurfati, no al, no tanween, and Adnani has kasra, so there's an off. Same way here we have salati
Okay.
and al isha'i, so there's an off here.
Okay.
Okay, very good, Adnan. Now, next question, Rahmat, in case your connection is good. وَيُكَلِّمُ النَّاسَ فِي الْمَهْدِ. Mahdi, Mahdun is cradle. Okay, Mahdun is cradle, so you have the baby cradle where you rock the baby, so that's cradle. What does this sentence mean? This is 346. So this is Al Imran, surah number, surah number 3, verse number 46. What does this sentence mean? وَيُكَلِّمُ النَّاسَ فِي الْمَسْجِدِ. Wa is and. Okay, yukallimu is in fact he speaks. Okay, yukallimu, this is third person singular, and he speaks. What will come after this, Rahmat?
He speaks to people.
He speaks to people, to the people. An-nasi,
In
in
cradle.
in the cradle. Why did you say he speaks to the people? Why not the people speak? Yukallimu an-nasa, it should be the people speak, no? Yukallimu is he speaks, so shouldn't I substitute he with people?
அக்கா நீங்க அம்மா ரூம் முடிச்சிட்டு இங்க வந்துருங்க.
Okay, Rahmat, if you're busy, let us know. I can pass the question on to someone else.
And he speaks to the people in the cradle.
Okay. Why it is not the people speak in the cradle? What you need to tell me is, if this is the translation of this sentence, how would you say the people speak in the cradle? How How do you translate this sentence? Are you going to try, Rahmat, or can I pass it on?
I'll try.
Yes, go ahead.
ويكلم
يكلم
الناس في
في
مهد.
في mahtun will be wrong because after fi I should have kasra, no?
المهد.
That's wrong, Rahmat. After fi I can only have al mahdi.
المهدي.
Yes, after fi it has to be mahdin or al mahdi. This will not change. How you make the people speak in the cradle? Okay, anyone who wants to try? How do you say the people speak in the cradle? Or
Akib Chacha.
yes, Zahan.
Can it be yet? Can it instead of ويكلم? Can it be يتكلم الناس في يتكلم?
You're changing the verb, Zahan. Yatakallamu. Okay.
يتكلم الناس في
You have changed the word. Yukallimu means speak. Yatakallamu means speak directly. One means he's speaking face to face. He's not writing. He is not sending a messenger, but he's speaking face to face. That is what yatakallamu means. Still, what this sentence will mean is very similar. So instead of speak, I will say speak directly. That's what you should not change the verb. Okay, so this is speak. You need to change something else, Zahan. What do you need to change? And I can show you. Go to Arrow Tools. Arrow Tools will give you what it means. Okay, so let me go to Arrow Tools and let me put yukallimu. Okay, yukallimu. So he says he or it speaks. Kaf, lam, mim is the root word. Okay, so if I take out the u, I just put kaf, lam, mim. Okay, it doesn't show. But in the present tense, you will see that these are derivatives of the same word. So yukallimu and yatakallamu are slightly different words conveying slightly different meaning. You should not change the verb, Zahan. You need to change something else. How do you say the people speak in the cradle? Okay, whoever wants to try. He speaks to the people. To the people is subject or object? To the people. Sadia. Is it subject or is it object? Who is speaking here? He is speaking, okay? And whom is he speaking to?
The people.
He is speaking to the people. So who's the subject?
He.
He. To the people. What is this?
Object.
This is the object, and this is the detail. Here, who is the subject? The people speak in the cradle.
People is the subject and
Yes.
the cradle is the object.
Cradle is in the cradle, so that's the detail, okay? So that's where. Where is he speaking? He's speaking in the cradle. Now, here, he speaks, he is the subject. In the other case, the people is the subject. How do I change the subject in the sentence? If I say وَيُكَلِّمُ النَّاسَ فِي الْمَهْدِ, it's the same sentence. Okay, still it will be he speaks. How do I substitute the subject?
Is it to put it as nasu?
No, so very good. وَيُكَلِّمُ النَّاسُ فِي الْمَهْدِ. How you remember this, guys, is in every language, you will have always a doer or done to. Okay. Now try giving this in Urdu. So whoever is good in Urdu or in Hindi, how would you say the sentence in Urdu? And he speaks to the people in the cradle. And he speaks to the people in the cradle. How would you say this in Urdu? Well, let's take a simple
और वो लोगों से बात करते हैं.
और वो लोगों से बात करते हैं. Okay. So you'd say और वो लोगों से बात करते हैं. Okay. Let us take also another simpler sentence. Mama, give me another very, very simple sentence.
With what, ma?
Let's say Muhammad ate, or let's say Adnan ate the apple. How do we say this in Urdu? Adnan ate the apple. How do we say this in Urdu?
अदनान एप्पल खाए.
हाँ, अदनान ने एप्पल को खाया. Okay. Now the ne. Now I can also move this sentence around. Okay. So Urdu is one sentence. There is one language that helps you move things around. Okay. So I can say, if I say apple ko Adnan ne khaya, will it be the same? Will it be the same?
Yes.
No.
Why?
No, Sahawya.
Why? What's different, Adnan? You don't like apples?
No, it's saying apple को अदनान ने खाया.
Huh. So is it the same meaning or different meaning? Who ate here? Adnan ate?
Yeah, but
और क्या खाया? एप्पल को खाया? किसको खाया? Adnan.
okay.
Let us change apples. What do you like to eat, Adnan? I'll put that. You like to eat pizza?
Okay.
Okay, let me put pizza. Okay. Now is this correct? Adnan ate the pizza. Adnan ने pizza को खाया. Pizza को Adnan ने खाया. Is there any difference in meaning, Adnan?
No, Sahawya.
What if I say खाया Adnan ने pizza को?
खाया अदनान.
Is this the same meaning or different meaning?
खाया अदनान. Same.
Same,
Right.
no? So Urdu allows you to move things around. Okay, so I can move the different parts of the sentence around. Okay, and the meaning will still be the same. In English, how would I say this? I can only say Adnan ate the apple. Can I say the pizza ate Adnan? I cannot move things around without changing something. Right, Adnan? I cannot put this. This would be wrong. I have to change the sentence completely in English. Okay. English is a sentence where the order of the words is very important. So that's why we are used to saying pizza always comes first. Okay, or Adnan always comes first, and then I have verb, and then I have pizza. In English, I cannot say ate Adnan the pizza. Okay, this would also be wrong. In English, the order is very important. Okay, that's why we are used to saying the order. In Urdu, the order is not important. In English, how do I say Adnan is the subject? I say Adnan ne. How do I say pizza is the object? I say pizza ko. Right? So, in most cases in Urdu, we'll say ne for whoever is the subject. For whoever is the object or whoever is done to, we would put ko. In Arabic, The ne is u. Okay, so I would say Adnan nu. Okay, Adnan nu means Adnan ne. Okay, pizza ko would be, let me put khaya. Adnan ne khaya pizza ko. Okay, to be like this pattern. Adnan ate the pizza. So I will put Adnanu. Akulu. Akulu means ate. Akulu. Akulu is actually present tense. Akala would be past tense. Adnanu Akala al pizza or al biza. Okay, now I can move things around. I can say Akala Adnanu al pizza. Okay, I can say, although we do not, I've typically not seen it being said this way, but I can put, I think this at the starting, and I can say Albiza Adnanu Akala. Okay, and in all cases, Adnanu would be the subject. Okay, Akala is the word. So here we have Adnanu here. Here we have Adnanu here. Al pizza is this. Okay, so like Urdu, I can move stuff around in Arabic. What gives you the clue that it is the subject? It is the u. What gives you the clue that it is the object or it is done to? It is the a. So think of this as Urdu. You can move stuff around in Arabic. Here we say Adnan ne pizza ko khaya. So emphasis is on Adnan. Adnan ne pizza ko khaya, kisi aur ne nahi khaya. Okay. Here pizza ko Adnan ne khaya. Now the emphasis is more on pizza. Pizza ko khaya Adnan ne. He did not eat something else, but I'm emphasizing pizza. Khaya Adnan ne pizza ko, I'm emphasizing khaya. Adnan did not waste the pizza, but Adnan ate the pizza. Okay. So I can move the sentence around to change the order. And when you use it in a bigger concept, in a bigger context, it gives a lot more meaning. So Arabic, a part of it is the words itself. A part of it is also how you structure the words. Okay, so that's why Adnan nu and al pizza need to be the u and the a. Same way. Now coming back to this.
But Sahuba, al pizza will be the pizza, right?
So pizza, or I can say pizza. Okay, that's okay. Adnan ate the pizza. This would be Adnan ate a pizza. Does it answer your question, Sadia? No,
Yes,
coming.
Sahuba.
وَيُكَلِّمُ النَّاسُ. Nasu, to make it the subject. Remember, Adnan ne pizza ko khaya. I need to put in the u format. That is when it will become the people speak. When it is an-nasu. If it is an-nasa, it means he spoke to the people. The people are the spoken to. It's not the spoken. No, it's not the one who is doing the speaking. Okay. So go through this. It's, I think, a little bit of information now for one class, but go through this. Try to relate Urdu with Arabic. You will get, say, the pattern of what is being done in Arabic. In English, the order of the words is very important. In Urdu and Arabic, it's not so important. If I say Adnan ko pizza ne khaya, the meaning is totally different. Although the order will be the same. Adnan ne pizza ko khaya. If I say Adnan ko pizza ne khaya, Fazila Didi is not in the call, but she will be after my life in case I say this. Okay, Adnan ko pizza ne khaya is the total opposite meaning. Okay, the pizza ate Adnan. Okay, so this is the u and the a, and that's very important in Arabic. Adnan ko pizza ne khaya. This in fact becomes the subject. Now, we are nearing completion, so let's take a few tough questions. Okay, this is for anyone who wants to answer? Okay, we are doing question number 8. Babul Baiti Ibnil Waziri Jamilun. Wazir means minister. What does this sentence mean? Anyone who wants to take a shot? Babul Baiti Ibni al-Waziri Jamilun. What does this sentence mean? What is Babul Baiti? Anyone who wants to take a chance? So, Mama, Nahid, Auntie, this is a pretty tough question. You need to think before you understand what the sentence means. Babul Baiti Ibni al-Waziri Jamilun.
Babul Baiti, door of.
Bab Baiti, so door of. Bait is house. So what is Babu Baiti? Babu Baiti, door of what?
Door of the house.
House.
Door of the house. Okay. It would be door of house because it is Baiti. I also have Ibni al-Waziri. What does this mean?
Saqib Chacha, is it son of the minister?
Okay, Ibni al-Waziri is son of minister.
And Jamilun is beautiful.
Beautiful.
You're missing something. So door of house, okay. Son of
Door
minister,
of the house.
beautiful. By the house, there's no al here. You're missing something. So door of house is beautiful or son of minister is beautiful? Zahan, who's beautiful?
Door of the house.
Okay, then what is son of minister doing here? Door of house is beautiful would be Babul Baiti Jamilun.
Both are beautiful.
No. Both are beautiful means I would put Babul Baiti wa Ibnul Waziri Jamilun. Both are beautiful would be Babul Baiti. I would say Babu Al Baiti. Okay. Wa Ibnu Al Waziri Jamilun. In fact, for male, we would not say Jamilun. I think you would say something else. I think for handsome, you would say Salimun.
Door,
You would not say Jamilun.
door of the house of the son of the minister is beautiful.
Very good. Door of the house. Now it is Baiti Ibni. It's not Al Baiti because Al I would remove it when I put another of. So door of the house of the son of the minister is beautiful. Now I have Babu Baiti. Okay, there's one off here. There's one off. So this is door of house. Okay, forget the door. We'll come to the door next. Now it would be Babul Baiti, but because I want to put another off, I'll remove the al. Remember, if I put an al, the word before the al cannot, or the word before off cannot have al. So if I say door of the house, it is Bab. It is not al Bab. So it is Babu Baiti. So Bab is only Bab, no al Bab, no Babu. So Bab is door, or I can also put the door because the al could be removed. Okay. So the door of house. Now it is Baiti Ibni. Okay. So this also follows the rule. There's no al, there's no Baitin, and Ibni has kasra. So this is another off. Okay, that's the second off. Of the son. Now I have Ibni al-Waziri. There's another off here because Ibni follows the rule. No al, no in. Ibni al-Waziri. The al-Waziri has kasra. So there's another of here. And the waziri has al. So it is of the wazir, of the minister. So the door of the house of the son of the minister. There are 3 ofs. So there's 1 of, 2 of, 3 ofs.
Sahib, I didn't understand the concept, Sahib. I know that Babu Baitin should come or Babu Al Baiti should come. That
Yes.
I understand. After that, half concept I'm not getting, Sahib.
So let us do step by step. So if I say Babu al
Baiti.
by T,
Yes.
this would be
Door of the house.
door of the house. Okay. Now, how do I say, Nahid aunty, door of the house of the son? How do I put of the son? Son would be Ibnun. So let me just put Ibnun at the end.
Okay.
So Babu al Baiti Ibnun. Now, how do I put an off over here? How do I make this in the off format? Off has rules.
Al Ibni or Ibnin,
Of the son will be al Ibni. Very good. Al
Ibni or Ibnin. No, Sahib.
Al Ibni. So if I say the son, I need to make it al Ibni. But al Baiti, if it is before the off, I need to do something to the al Baiti. It cannot be al Baiti. Al Baiti cannot come in this format before the off.
Yeah. Al should not be there.
Al should not be there. So I'll remove the al also.
But, okay.
That is how I make it.
But Baitu should be there, no, Sahib.
No, so there's another off here, no, Nahid. So Babu Baiti.
House of the son means house will be Baitu.
But this is
This
This
here
is-
it makes it, yeah.
yes. So it is
That's two are connected. Yeah.
correct. So it is
Yeah.
after this off. So it has to be kasra. It is before this off. So I need to take off the al. So it's both.
Yeah.
It's after this off. It is before this off. So it needs to follow both rules.
Yeah.
So it is like saying that if Sadia is going to come to me for Arabic classes and she's going to come to your tuition, she need to follow both rules. So she needs to follow my rules and she need to follow your rules. She cannot skip one of the rules.
Yeah.
So because it is after off, it will be by tin or al baiti.
Okay.
So that is because it is after this off. Now
Okay.
it's before this off. So I
Okay.
need to remove the al or I
Yeah.
need to remove the tanween.
Yeah, I understood that part. I understood. Yeah.
Now when I say son of the minister, I have to do this again.
Yeah.
Minister is wazir.
Okay. Okay. So again, when half comes, therefore the al should be removed. Okay.
Correct. So if I put al wazir here,
Al Waziri. Okay.
al waziri meets the rule after the off. So I'll put here
Yeah.
of the minister. Now everything is okay, but the son is not meeting the
Yeah. Al
Yes,
Ibni
sir.
should be Ibni. Okay.
yes. So the son will be now off. He's not meeting the rule for this off. He's meeting the rule for
Yeah.
after off, but this rule is not.
Mighty, yeah.
So I'll have to remove the al.
Yeah.
So I can add more, but I need to remove this al and I need to keep adding kasra.
Okay.
So that's how you'll use multiple of off.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Jazakallah khair. I understood.
Very cool. Now how do I say, now this sentence is good. Now last question before we close. Okay. How do I say, now this is what this sentence means. The door of the house of the son of the minister is beautiful. Now how do I say, the beautiful door of the house of the son of the minister is new. How do I say this sentence? So I'm saying it's the beautiful door
Yeah.
and I'm saying it is new. And I'm saying this is adjective. How do I say the beautiful door of the house of the son of the minister is new? That beautiful door is new. The other doors may not be new, but this door is beautiful and is new. How do I say this?
Al Babu Jamilu. No, I don't know.
Correct. So I'll make the Jamilun into Al Jamilu. Okay. So this would make it the beautiful door, because Al Jamilu will meet now with the Babu. Okay. So this becomes the beautiful door. This
Al
will be-
Jamilu, Al Jadidu.
Al Jadidu means it becomes the beautiful new door. If I put it like this, these two become adjectives. So I would say the beautiful, or say the new beautiful door of the house of the son of the minister. That's what it would mean. It not be is new, but it mean the new beautiful door of the house of the son of the minister. There's no, all of this is the subject.
Okay.
There's no predicate in the sentence. To make it predicate, I need to take off the al and I need to make it jamilun. Jadidun, sorry. If I do that, I break the chain. Okay, it becomes of the format like Al Babu Al Babu Jadidun. Okay, Al Babu Jadidun means the door is new. There's no chain here because Al Babu is the door, Jadidun is new, so the door is new, but this is understood. I need to make this Jadidun to say it's not the new beautiful door, but it's the beautiful door of the house of the minister is new. Okay, so it has to be Jadidun. Al Jadidu would link, would make it another adjective, so it become the new beautiful door, but if I make it Jadidun, it will be is new. Okay, it's a lot of rule, but go through this video. It will inshallah be clear. So try to link this with a simple sentence like this. And try to also link it to the multiple offs. And inshallah, you think through this once, you will get the rule inshallah. Okay, we are at 1:35. Any questions on this? Awesome, let me stop here. If anyone has a specific question or anyone has something specific that you want to see, refresh your knowledge, link to what we have learned.
Sahib,
Right? Yes, Anilanti. Yes, Anilanti. Okay, let me do one thing. Let me close the class and I'll stay back after the class 5 minutes, inshallah, to take questions.
maybe after the class, can you just show me a few rules?
Rules of off, Anilanti?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me close the class and then I'll take you through it. Subhanallah.
Yeah, rules of off.
Ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta wa astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. I hope you found the class useful. We'll connect next Saturday, inshallah, at 12:30 p.m. Anyone who has a question or anyone who wants to go through the key where you see this rule, you can stay back. Okay. So anyone who is done or anyone who wants to leave to something, you can leave the class. Ma salama and see everyone next Saturday at 12:30, inshallah.
Jazakallahu khair. Ma salama, Sahib.
Ma salama. Let me stop recording.